Does the ninth planet exist or not? Researchers have been carefully examining this question for more than 20 years. Previously, Pluto was the ninth planet in the solar system, but after it was demoted to a dwarf planet, there are now only 8 major planets left in the system. This means that another planet must be calculated at the outermost edge of the solar system based on the orbits of objects in the Kuiper belt. To date, no one has seen the ninth planet, which should be a stately size. Legends surrounding a mysterious planet that rises only once every few thousand years and then unleashes evil on the world today. We will examine the facts and legends surrounding the mysterious Planet 9. Before we begin, we would like to ask you for your personal contribution. If you are one of our most devoted viewers and subscribers, we will give you a heart at the end of the video, and thank you for your creative or especially insightful comments on the subject. We will also pin your important post to the top so that everyone sees it first. Please make sure you are already a subscriber to the channel, like the video, and mention your subscription at the beginning of your post. We look forward to hearing from you, foreigners. Music Planet 9, or X. When Pluto still had planetary status, the scientific community had been spreading the rumor for decades that there might be another planet at the solar system's far edge. This undiscovered planet was referred to as the 10th planet, or Planet X, because Pluto formally ceased to be one of the main planets in 2006. When the first reports surfaced and the media conjectured about the potential existence of another enigmatic planet, some people associated the undiscovered planet with legends and ominous predictions, and Planet X was already given the new name, Planet 9. It was believed that Planet 9, which is located at the very edge of the solar system, was the same as the mystical planet Nibiru. According to old legends, Nibiru is described as diabolical in ancient writings and is supposed to pass by Earth roughly every 30,000 years. If the orbits of Nibiru and Earth collide, this would not go well for the people of Earth. The information was gathered from the internet, and everyone knew a little bit. Some added something and still others predicted the end of the world. At this time, it is unlikely that the assumed Planet 9 poses any real danger to the Earth because it moves so far away from us around the Sun that we will never notice the influence of its passing, so there is no reason to panic about the potential discovery of another. Additionally, a large planet could be an exciting thing if it is dangerous from asteroids. The appearance of Planet 9, according to those who voiced concern about the discovery of another planet while somewhat adhering to scientific facts, could send many asteroids into the interior of the star system from the Kuiper belt. These comets or asteroids could be extremely destructive projectiles. It has even been speculated that the 15-kilometer asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs in one fell swoop more than 60 million years ago was due to a passage from Planet 9. One scientist who has commented on this is physicist and science writer Matthew Francis. He reassured journalists by saying this is all incredibly far out with this. Matthew Francis alluded to the Kuiper belt, which is located at about 7 billion kilometers, much like the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. The Kuiper belt is a collection of large and small rocks, dust dwarf planets, asteroids, and comets. Just as the asteroids and comets between Mars and Jupiter are held in place by the gravitational pull of planets, so it is at the very edge of the solar system. One assumes that only under very rare conditions, once an object from this distance can work its way into the interior of the solar system, it cannot be excluded, but this danger is also not very probable up to now. Astronomers cannot estimate which influences and forces Planet 9 will really exert if it appears one day. Nevertheless, nobody counts at present on an asteroid bombardment or a mass extinction. The end of the dinos and the associated apocalypse represents a unique event in the history of the Earth. The 15-kilometer asteroid that caused worldwide destruction and a climate catastrophe was a major cosmic exception to be considered if it is true that Planet 9 moves closer to the Sun every 10,000 years and then also becomes visible. Far more tragedies should have occurred in the course of the Earth's history. Does it or does it not exist? Astronomers of the 19th century speculated that there must be other planets behind Neptune based on the orbits of the known large planets and the then newly discovered planet. This suggestion that there might be another large planet in the solar system was confirmed by the discovery of Pluto, but scientists concluded that Pluto's small size precluded it from being responsible for the orbital shifts that suggested the existence of Planet 9. since science can now better observe the bodies in the Kuiper Belt, which are so far out in the solar system that only electronic high-performance telescopes or probes can find anything in their immediate surroundings, the theory of the ninth planet has gained new weight. These observations reveal smaller, lighter icy bodies with motion patterns that indicate the presence of a large, heavy body. Professor Mike Brown of the United States was the first to computationally detect the planet. An international committee of astronomers and cosmologists decided on new planet classification guidelines based on Professor Mike Brown's calculations after he spent years studying the Kuiper Belt's objects in great detail and discovered the dwarf planets that ultimately cost Pluto its planetary status. Since then, Mike Brown has been jokingly referred to as the Pluto killer. Researchers from the University of Bern in Switzerland have developed theories on the appearance and likely characteristics of this enigmatic planet 9. The Journal of Astronomy and Astrophysics released the study's findings, which revealed widespread approval. However, it should be noted once more that the statistics and figures we are showing you today are just based on mathematical assumptions and are not verified. The hot core that Planet 9 most likely possesses, according to the study, could consist of a more or less dense atmosphere, a thick layer of gas, an iron core, and a thick separating layer of silicates beneath the layer of silicate rock is the reason why the scientists at the University of Bern believe that Planet 9 must be extremely cold. The average temperature of the planet's surface should be about -227 degrees Celsius. According to California scientists, the orbit of the possible ninth planet must be extremely unusual because it is 22 times farther from the Sun than Neptune due to a strong ellipse. The planet moves incredibly far away from the Sun and then occasionally approaches it. The planet most likely has a hot iron core like our Earth. Planet 9's orbit may even take it beyond the solar system's previously established boundaries. It may have even been a part of another solar system before being deflected and captured by our star 3 billion years ago. The star system from which it originated has since moved on, and Planet 9 hangs there, seemingly motionless, and may now be a cosmic oddity, or the planet may have once originated in the solar system's interior before being expelled by an as-yet unknown event. Although this theory has been challenged thus far, it is feasible that the discovery of an exoplanet has now validated this hypothesis. More on that in a moment. First, we'll examine some more intriguing information about the hypothetical Planet 9. According to astronomers, it takes between 20,000 and 40,000 years for the planet to orbit the Sun, which means that a year there would be that long. It's evident why no scientist has ever seen it in modern times, and it's still unclear if we could actually find it using our current technologies. In 2016, Hawaiian researchers announced that they had sighted an unidentified object with a highly eccentric orbit. The object, tentatively named UO-3L91, was located exactly where he suspects the ninth planet to be, according to Professor Mike Brown. Astronomers already have a rough idea of where it would be, and all telescopes capable of this feat regularly peek into this area of the solar system during observations of Planet 9's likely orbit. The Hubble Space Telescope recently discovered an exoplanet that is strikingly similar to the assumed behavior of Planet 9. HD 106906b takes 15,000 years to orbit its binary star, primarily because of the weak gravitational pull of its stars at a great distance from it. Additionally, this exoplanet has a very inclined and elongated orbit, and like Planet 9, it moves through a debris ring at the far edge of its star system. The assumed size of Planet 9 is astounding. Calculations show that it must be 7.5 times the diameter of the Earth, but this would still make it smaller than Jupiter and roughly comparable to the ice giants Uranus and Neptune. Does the exoplanet HD 106906b provide the proof? But according to scientists at the University of California, Berkeley, HD 106906b is not a captured exoplanet. Rather, they think the planet developed within its system and was expelled from a near-star orbit by a cosmic catastrophe. This concludes the video, and as previously mentioned, we look forward to your factual, technical, or just inspirational thoughts on the subject of Planet 9. We're glad you watched today, and we hope to see you back in simple space soon. Discovery greatly increases the likelihood that the enigmatic Planet 9 actually exists, and we should be curious to see if this suspicion will be confirmed in the years to come.